Like the majority of people who use the internet, I use social media way more than I probably should. I might have a slight addiction at this point if I'm being honest. Before I go to bed, I check Twitter. When I wake up, I check Twitter. When I'm supposed to be working, I check Twitter. Is it healthy? Probably not, but I'm not here to be judged, and let's be real, we all have our vices. Some people smoke, some people drink, and some people goon. I scroll through memes and shitty opinions online. That's my poison. I actually think social media is a pretty incredible tool. It connects people across the world, gives voices to the voiceless, and allows us to share ideas, laugh, and bond over our shared hatred of Elon Musk.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill you.
It's not perfect, but what is? And sure, people will do just about anything for likes and meaningless numbers, but that's just part of the game. As long as they aren't hurting anyone, who cares? That being said, a pet peeve of mine are the people whose method of gaining attention is by just hating on popular things for the sake of hating.
The Yap Back, Season 1, Episode 1. A friendly reminder, nobody likes a contrarian.
Performative contrarianism. It's the art of bashing something widely loved not because you genuinely dislike it, but because you want to look edgy, unique, or intellectually superior. These people see something that's super popular online, maybe it's a movie, a celebrity, a viral trend, or a brand new anime. They dive headfirst into their keyboards and start typing up hot takes to get their 15 minutes of fame. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to like everything. It's perfectly valid to have your own taste. In fact, we need diverse perspectives. Criticism, when thoughtful and constructive, helps art and culture evolve. But there's a fine line between offering a genuine critique and just flinging negativity because it gets you clicks. You know the type of people I'm talking about. The ones that'll say that movie was overrated garbage with no follow-up. Or I don't get why people like this, as if their confusion somehow invalidates the collective enjoyment of millions. People love leaving vague insults, cherry-pick flaws, or worse, thinly veiled hate disguised as it's just a joke. It's not about engaging in discourse, it's about dunking on something, preferably in the most vile way possible. The irony is, in trying to seem different, they all end up sounding the same. It's like there's a script that they all follow behind the scenes. Step 1, see something trending. Step 2, call it trash. And step 3, wait for the retweets from fellow free thinkers.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It gets exhausting, and honestly, in my opinion, it's lazy. There's nothing unique about being negative for attention. It's just another way to conform, another flavor of clout chasing dressed up as critique. And even worse, this type of behavior kills genuine conversation. Instead of encouraging people to think critically or discuss ideas, it creates an environment where expressing joy becomes embarrassing, and liking popular things is seen as basic or uncultured. Take the anime fandom, for example. If you say your favorite anime of all time is something like Dragon Ball Z, you better believe some sweaty anime weeb is foaming at the mouth to call you a normie, or a tourist, or some other lame shit. Another example is Sinners. That movie was great. Everyone I know that saw it thought the same thing. Majority of people I saw online also thought it was great. But of course, there were people who couldn't wait to be the first person to rain on the parade and start saying the movie was bad. These people would do anything out of fear of being labeled as a sheep, or just to stand out. I think these type of people need to pause for a second and ask themselves, why am I saying this? Is this really my opinion, or am I just trying to look cool or different? Is this adding value to the conversation, or am I just seeking external validation from strangers on the internet? And look, I know that's kind of what I do when I make YouTube videos, but that's different. In this day and age, I think it's way more important to celebrate what you love instead of always trying to dunk on something or someone else. Of course, this is easier said than done, especially in a time where outrage and negativity is an easy way to get the most retweets, views, and likes. But hey, if all else fails, there's always the unfollow, block, and mute button. If I see someone who's constantly negative on my timeline, I simply erase them from my space. Don't be afraid to curate your online experience and surround yourself with people who enjoy shit, instead of people who always try to be that one guy. And at the end of the day, social media is just a reflection of us. We choose what we engage with, what we amplify, and what kind of culture we contribute to. It can be a place for creativity, joy, and connection, or it can just be a feedback loop of the most negative people online. Let people enjoy things. You'd be surprised how much more enjoyable social media feels when you spend more time engaging with what you love, instead of always feeling the need to give your input on what you don't. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.